Alright, YouTube, I'm gonna speak and try to hide my emotions a little bit because I saw the video was viral and I was kind of touched because the video was well done. You know what I mean? The guy used all the high tech possible, the whole his network possible to make this video like that. So for a simple human being who don't really have like a critical thinking experience can fall into this and with no judgment can immediately follow the cause. Kony 2012, just like a political campaign in the USA, political campaign like Obama 2012, Romney 2012, Ron Paul 2012, but this time it's Kony 2012. I want to talk about three aspects I'm going to develop with you quickly. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can so I won't waste your lifetime watching my video. Number one, I'm going to talk about grabbing a video, going to Africa and shoot random films and come in America and display that. And the second one, I'm going to talk about the popularity of Romney. And the third time, I'm going to finally conclude with the result when you grab the camera and you go film a movie in Africa and come here in America and make money out of it. Anyway, first of all, let's talk about the videos. I've seen over and over and over again. This is cliche. This is déjà vu. Comme the French say, this is déjà vu. We already seen it. It's an episode of people going to Africa, pretending to make friends with African, filming them, and come back here in America and make a movie. Please tell me, what is so special in the life of African that it should be a subject of a movie every time you go to Africa? People get out of America, go to other continents like Europe. When they go to Europe, or they're going to Paris to friends, shopping, oh, it's romantic. We're going to the beach and dancing and relaxing and all of that. Oh, I was in Paris. It was so beautiful and romantic. But every time you go to Africa, you can go to the most vulnerable places, the most desperate places where people are in very critical condition, and filming them and come in America and show the whole world, hey, yeah, I came in America and this is what I came from. It's like the whole world is expecting you to bring a movie about African every time you come from Africa. This is racism on a high scale. It's like I'm here, I'm the norm. I'm the normal life, Oh, I live in America, oh, I live in Europe or in Britain, so I'm going to Africa and I'm going to film them and come here and create my non-profit organization, and help them. This is not friendship. So, Mr. Kony 2012, when I watch your video, you're going to Uganda, in the entire population of Uganda. Uganda is big, it's about half the size of Texas. You go to Uganda and you pick a child, different age, different ethnicity, different background, different lifestyle, different reality, and you picked him as being your friend. Two different social contexts. It doesn't match up. There's no way you guys can be friends unless you have an idea hidden behind your head, unless you have an agenda. What is it? What are you trying to get out of him? What do you want to use him for? Those are the questions you want to ask. You see? I know African people. Deep down inside, I know African people. Why? Because I'm one of them. We have sincerity. When an African man tells you, I'm your friend, they truly believe that you are the friend. They have not reached that level of mentality of Western nation where they thinking that, well, I'm your friend just in case, I'm your friend, but at the same time, I'm looking for my interest. Africans don't think like that. Because the majority of them lacking the resources, lacking all this flashing stuff that the world have. The majority of them live in humility. They're really humble. You might say that they're naive, but that's the way they conceive life. They truly believe in friendship. They don't believe in the friendship when people come in with a camera and telling them, oh, I'm your friend, and behind their back, you're filming every aspect. They open up to you. They're being real. They open up to you. They're even telling you the deepest secret, and you filming them. Not only that, you're filming them sometimes without a consent, but you come in the U.S. and make money out of it. This is hypocrisy, and this is racism on a higher scale. Now let's move on. Joseph Kony 2012. Please, tell me that this is a joke. Tell me that you're not waving a viral campaign for a warlord. I mean, an individual, a simple individual. Kony is not even an executive in Uganda. It's just a simple guy who decided to rebel and grab weapon and stop slaughtering children. So why giving so much popularity to such an individual? Why? What is the point you're trying to make? It's like you waving like a presidential campaign here in America. I mean, we've seen it. We didn't give them credit. We see Saddam Hussein here. We've seen the Columbine massacre. We've seen the Oklahoma bombing. All these people didn't have the chance to be famous because it's a no-no zone. You don't do that. You don't elevate evilness to celebrity because this is what you're trying to do. Basically, this is what you're trying to do. Kony 2012. Wow. Why wasting so much resources in such a worthless campaign? I mean, it's like you're telling the whole world is like, oh, okay, Joseph Kony is the wanting man on the international scene. So if you see Joseph Kony in America, oh, please call the police or call the FBI, call the U.S. Marshals, because we need to capture Joseph Kony. So every action that Joseph Kony used to take should be considered void. We're going to sanction every action that he did. We're going to exterminate Joseph Kony all around the Western country. But the reality is the man is somewhere in Uganda. And from the report that I have, the man is he's nowhere to be found. He's probably dead in the bush and hidden somewhere because he smoked so much weed and he died somewhere dried 6 years ago. Why so much viral campaign? Because it's a hypocrite. It's hypocrite because you living in a developed nation, you have the tools necessary. So therefore, you're using African people, human beings, as your product of your viral campaign to make money. I don't agree with that. But you have a charity. I support charities. I believe in charity. I support charities. I believe in any means. I believe in any immediate, not long-term, immediate need necessary to help anybody. I believe in that, but not on the long term. Because the reality is, we have planned this TV show over and over and over again, and the same problem is persistent, and the same problem is still there. What is what we can do to fix African problem? What is the problem? Why we have to come after the United States population and ask them to pinch in or pay any kind of money every time to save African children? Why? Because there's a persistent problem that is there. And what is that problem? It's freedom. It's freedom. African people need to be freedom because they have their own resources residing on the underground. So they need to be able to be free to express themselves and free to exploit their resources and make it available on the world market, on the freedom of trade and freedom of economics, law and rules, just like any other nation. But they can't do it. You know why? Because they've been enslaved. They've been imprisoned by corporation, multinational corporation, including African leaders, African president, or whatever you call them, including them. It's a network of people that control Africa inside and want to control Africa outside and probably want to control the whole rest of the world. So those are the subjects you should be talking about. You should be talking about collateral damage. What is collateral damage? Why so many people are dying when the missile went wrong and innocent people are being died? Why are people dropping bombs all over the world and innocent civilians are dying and nobody's waving the finger? You tell me. That's the kind of subject that should be talking. Those are the kind of places where you should be able to invest your resources wisely to drag the international opinion behind you to wave a decent and sane campaign. Those are the kind of things people want to hear and people want to talk about. Not just a Kony, a simple or warlord. And number 3, my point is, Joseph Kony, he captured African kids and turned them into soldiers. Asked them to kill their parents, or they're gonna have some kind of repression. So this kid have no choice by killing their parents. And it happened to be that this man, this evil man that you waving a campaign for, this evil man killed so many children. You know? I mean, right now, the United States with AFRICOM, they have United States and the U.S. Army all over Africa. It just need to push a button to locate this individual, drop a bomb, and exterminate this guy. We don't need to elevate this guy to such a high power, because the whole purpose is like, oh, this guy shouldn't have his celebrity time on the world scene. He shouldn't even have that. We shouldn't even be viral about this guy because of what he did. And what he did was killing African children. You cannot promote people that kill children on the world scene unless you have an agenda yourself, unless you have a personal agenda behind, hidden somewhere behind your head. So the world have so many problems. The Congo, in the Ivory Coast, you know, people are dying. We should be talking about this kind of issues, not Joseph Kony 2012. That was my opinion, and take care of yourself. Bye.